Hello, hello! How's everyone doing? It is now end of October. It is in the fall season. It's thankful because now we get a break from the scorching heat, and it's still in the low 80s here, so it gets quite hot still in the sun. But this is now the time for us gardeners to grow cool season crops. But I'm just talking about this video. I'm just going to talk about lemongrass and show you what's going on with mine. I got one that's gone to seed and it's like 6 feet tall. And also just going to talk about some other things pertaining to lemongrass and how you can propagate it and the things you can do with it. So let's get on with it. All right. Okay, so here's my big pot of lemongrass right there. It's doing wonderfully well and nice and green and lush and bushy. I haven't really actually harvested a whole lot of it. Just a few here and there. And look at this one right there. You see the pot right next to that small little pot that I used, the grow bag or the fabric pot. And this one is actually the what is it called? Root pouch. It's the root pouch brand. And so right here, you see this is the one. It's been growing, gosh, I don't know, for maybe 3 months, and it's got. Let me come in close. It's got the main stalk is right here. Let me turn this around. Main stalk is right here, and here's a little baby one right there that's been growing. And this main stalk, I'm going to show you, has gone way up high, and it's like 6 feet tall at least. I'm 5'3", and it's gone well over my head. And I just want to show you because this one's gone to seed. Let me see if I can pull it down, and then you can see a little bit better. But here, you see that? And so all of this, I think all this is gonna basically where the seed comes from. This is my first time seeing it like this, so I'm not quite sure how that works, and I'm gonna have to look it up on how to collect these seeds. Not that I really need any, but I guess I can always send some to people if they want it. But so yeah, I'm gonna have to research on what to look for and how to save these seeds, harvest them when they're ready, I think, because this is about maybe 2 weeks that it's been like this. But look how tall it is, man. It is super high, and this is how long this thing is. So that's what I just wanted to show you that. And also just really quick too, I want to show how to harvest with it, if you just want one stalk, and how to get it without basically uprooting this whole pot. If you're not harvesting the whole thing, then you don't need to take it out of the pot. If you just want to take a few, and just for like tea, or maybe a few just to cook with, for me personally, I like to find one that's nice and thick, a nice thick stalk that's quite well mature, not a young one, and try to like this. I'll try to see if you can. Let me zoom in here. So here this one. Okay, so this is when like say if I want to harvest this, right? I'm gonna just kind of wiggle it and bend it back and forth, and it should come out. Some of them, it may take a little bit of finagling. Okay, you hear that? I don't know if you heard that crack, but it's basically showing that it's. I might end up taking one of the young ones with it, but I can always just repot that one. But maybe bend it. Let me see if I can bend it. Loosen it and break off. And then from the rest of the bunch, ooh, I can see like a lot of liquid. It must be from the lemongrass. Must be a lot of liquid in lemongrass. It's coming out. This one is a little bit tough. Some of the other ones are really easy to come out. Some of them you just made it twist it too as well. Oh yeah, I think I got it. Just twisting it. This one, I should have picked one that comes out a lot more easily. Wow, this is like a lot of juice coming out. Almost. Oh, I think I just pulled out one of the leaves. It's the leaves that's coming apart. So, but okay, let me get the bottom. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's pretty much how you do it for just harvesting the one. And I got some of the young ones attached to it. That's still attached to it, but no big deal. Just take the main stalk, and then so this one's got, let's see, got one right here. Wow, it's got one here. That's two here, and then it looks like another two on this side. So a lot of four. Whoops, sorry, did I not show that? So that's one, and then that's two, and then on this side there's two young ones right here, one and two. That basically I can take off this main stalk and put it in another pot, and regrow them. Or yeah, I'll have to put them in another pot. I can't put them back in that same pot that I took it out of. But okay, so I just wanted to go over real quick on what you can do with this stalk. For instance, many will use, just to make tea, you can just use the leaves, and or actually I like to use a lot of the stalk as well, because it's so fragrant. It smells so good, right? When you go deep into the, peel back the layers and stuff and get the main core. But anyway, so I like to, for me, I like to do the leaves, and I like to include most of the stalk as well. Especially if I want to save and regrow this, then I'll probably cut it like right here, and this part I'll put back and grow it in another pot, and then I'll use the rest of it from here into tea. But obviously this is a huge amount. This probably could make like a gallon, but I know, like, if you just want like a few cups, just a few cups, you probably just need, maybe one leaf or two leaves. I've read that maybe for like 1 cup of boiling water, you only need about it said, I think 1 teaspoon, which seems kind of really small amount, but it says 1 teaspoon of the leaves, and it didn't really specify whether or not dried or fresh. I think, how's it go? I think it's dried is normally stronger than fresh, right? So if it's dried, you need less of it, versus if you're using fresh, then you would use more of it. But so you can experiment, take 1 or 2 leaves and break it up or fold it up, however you want to do it, and steep it in some tea, in some boiling water, and just taste it as it goes, and kind of time it and see what strength of flavor you like. Obviously, the longer you steep it, the stronger the flavor. And so, of course, it's different taste for it. And so you just got to find out what's your preference, if you like it to steep it less versus steeping it much longer. And of course, the color will grow deeper and deeper in color, deeper yellow, the longer you steep it. And so now, if you want to cook it, personally have never cooked with it before. There are so many recipes out there. You just got to do a search if you want to cook. And actually, I would like to. I'm definitely going to try cooking maybe some chicken with it at some point. And I know that from one of the videos I watched, when they buy from the store, the stalk is probably like maybe about like this long. They usually sell them, and then they cut them down. The person I watched cut it down to maybe from like here to here, and that's how long of a stalk she actually ended up using to cook with. And she actually peeled back these layers, because you can peel it off, and some of it already fell off, and so you can see the sections of the growth where the leaves were. And because quite a few of them actually fell off, so you would actually continue to peel some of it, peel maybe 2 or maybe 3 more layers maybe, and then you get to the core, and then that's where you would cook with it. And you can cook with it either as a whole stalk, or you can mince it up, and then you can actually eat it. But if you cook it in the whole stalk, because it's so woody, you actually just want to take it out when you're done using it. And so just, you know, there's so many videos out there. You know, I'm not really the pro on that because I've never cooked with it before, so I'm just going by what I saw. And but man, it smells so good when you get to the core. It smells really good because, you know, when it starts peeling, because like, you know, as you saw earlier, when I was pulling this out, a lot of juices came out of it, and it's so fragrant. And so with, you know, as you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 young ones that's growing that I can now basically put in another pot and grow some more. And and then now let me go on to the next thing I want to show you. Is this one. Now if you look at here, it's been growing in the cups. You can see the roots are kind of root bound here and gone in a circle. This is one that's been growing for about, I think, maybe 3 months now. 2 months, 3 months. Probably 2, I think. Because from my last video, it was already in the pot, I think. And but I just wanted to show you real quick too that one great way of propagating, or like getting a whole bunch more from one stalk, if you want to grow several more and like to really increase how fast you get some more of the lemongrass, is when you peel back. I just realized this last month. You know, it's when you peel back, because as you peel it, there's like a whole other section, and you'll see this line. I don't know if you can see it, but this line right here, that's one section, and then here, over here, that's another section. That's another section right there. And you, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can show you really, like right, you see where my fingernails are? There's new roots growing right here. So it's kind of, I'm like thinking basically if you were to snip it and cut it at each section, cut another one right here, and as you peel back, you cut another section right here, and basically, you know, depending how many sections and how far you peel it back and how far you cut them. So like, so if I cut it, so I would have one section, one right here, I would have another section right there, and now another section right there, and then you would have roots growing right there, and so you could get like basically 1, 2, 3 more lemongrass growing at the same time from that one stalk that you harvest. And this one already has 2 little ones that grew basically from this bottom section. And so like, if I don't know if this one will actually, but I need to actually cut it. I haven't done it yet, but I need to cut this one, so then I'll separate these 2 into 2 sections, because this one has roots. I don't know how well if you can see it, but this one has some roots growing over here too, right? You see that? This is all roots right there, growing. It doesn't really show very well, but because of this other stuff in the way. But here, this section, yeah, it's got some green algae growing on it. But this right here, these are roots for this other section right here. And so when I cut this over here, now I have these 2 sections, and this one will root, and then this one, because I don't see any baby ones on the side of this, but basically it seems like at least 2 will grow out of each section. And so, I mean, you'll more than double how many, you know, how many more lemongrass you get from just harvesting one stalk. And let me show you another one. This one is, I did not peel back the layers, and so this one has been growing for about a few weeks. And now I wanted, because I peeked in here, and I peel back this one layer. If you look, let me see. Look at that. There's a new one growing right there. You see that? This is a new one right here growing when you peel back. And let me see if I can see if there's another one on the other side. So I just want to, what? Okay, so I don't see another one on this one. Oh no, actually, yeah, this one. This is basically this one right here. It's really tiny. See, that's another new growth. So you got one right here, and you got one right here. And then now the thing is, so if you keep on peeling, where's this section here? This one is, okay, here we go. Okay. Now, let me show you something, if I could get this right there. You see these roots? So that's not like, maybe this one like seems like a really short, there's a really short bit of space in between the bottom and the section above it. But like if I cut it right just underneath that, that's basically, then I would get, that's another piece that I can use and put in water and grow some more. And basically, so if I just continue to do it and peel back, there's another layer. You see this gap. You see this, like, there's a line right here. And you see this line right there. And so like if I wanted to, I can cut it again right here. So then that'll make my third piece. So I'll get one, the small one right here, and then this other one right here. That'll make 3 right there. So basically, it's like I could continue to peel back and get as many sections as I can out of this piece. So I could get maybe like, if each one will grow 2 of these new ones, I could get 6 to maybe 8 more just from this one stalk. So that was something that really neat that I just noticed, because I've been just basically planting this one, and so I would grow new ones from this one. But now that once I peeled it back, and now I noticed that basically if I wanted to, it was really short and I harvested a whole bunch and I needed to grow some new ones, and instead of just getting maybe the 2 out of this one stalk, if I peel back all these layers and I cut them, I can get 2, 4, 6, 8 from this one stalk. And it was pretty neat when I saw that, when I realized that when I peeled back the layers, I was like, wow, because that there was new ones that, because they're like hidden in there, that if it was to soak, there would be new ones that would pop up from these, underneath these layers of the leaves. So that's just something really interesting that I noticed. And so if you were really in a rush and you only have like 1 or 2 of these, and you have, you harvested all the other ones and you wanted to grow new ones, that's a great way to get a whole bunch out of one stalk. So, but I think that's pretty much it. And I wanted to show you, I showed you the one that's gone to seed, and my, doing well, the ones that I have doing really well in the pot, and then just these that I have in this cup. I just use this cup, and that's what I've been growing them in. I need to change the water, give it some fresh water, and just briefly talked about what you can do with them. So your tea, you can cook with them, and I've read that some people say that this tea is actually good for colds and congestion. And I actually too, for me personally, I actually tried it making a mosquito repellent out of it, and it kind of, I took about maybe 2 stalks, just 2, and I chopped them up and I put them in boiling water, and I basically cooked them for maybe about an hour. And of course the liquid was really, really dark, and then I just refrigerated it, and I put some in a spray bottle, and I just started spraying it on me, and it didn't really work as well as I wanted to and as well as I hoped to. It kept the mosquitoes off like really briefly, maybe like at the most like maybe 15 minutes before I felt like I needed to respray. And I've seen another video where they use lemongrass and they use lavender, which I've heard and read that also helps with repelling mosquitoes. And maybe the combination of that and maybe some other plants, and maybe a combination of it will make it a better repellent. But just the lemongrass on its own really did not do very well for me. And I was hoping I could get some lavender to grow here, but the local nursery didn't do very well with what they imported to grow here. So, and from what I've learned, that this climate is not good for lavender to grow. So unfortunately, that's not something I can grow on my own, and I was really hoping I could, but looks like I just have to get the dried lavender buds and maybe try that, get the dried lavender buds and mix it in with the lemongrass and try and make it my own, and try that concoction and see how well it does with repelling mosquitoes. So, but unfortunately that didn't work. But that's definitely one thing that you can also do with it. Experiment with lemongrass and some other things to see if it is a good bug repellent. And so that's pretty much it. Making the tea, cooking with it, and possibly a mosquito repellent, which for me didn't work as well just on its own. And I can't think of anything else, but if I think of anything else that you can do with it, and if I discover anything else, then I'll let you guys know. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and comment your feedback, anything else you'd like to see me do, and let me know how things are going with your garden. And I hope you have a great day. God bless. Bye bye.